I got a bunch of gold rings here, a couple pendants, and a necklace. All these are gold, and some foil. And I got the Deus 1 with the HF coil on it, and the Equinox with the 6-inch coil on it. And there's a stark reality. There's a stark reality to it, right? You know, when I do my testing videos, you know, take pretty much all test videos on different machines, comparing different machines and on just a single machine, comparing them on, or just testing them on targets. Take them with a grain of salt, because, you know, there's a practical use for programs and settings in a park atmosphere. That's where you find this stuff, right? All the stuff is park stuff, right? Necklace, foil, right? And rings. Rings are freaking easy for any detector, man. Entry-level machines will hit on rings. But how do you have your metal detector set up? Makes a huge difference. A lot of people, I tested this necklace on the Deus 2 and all my machines, right? All my machines, it reads up as iron or foil, and some of them don't even hit it, right? And some of these targets, the detectors won't hit them in single frequencies or different multi-frequencies, and there's just no rhyme or reason to it. To get gold necklaces and bracelets and those nearly impossible targets, you know, the gold targets in the trashy spots, you got to be going for gold, right? A lot of people have been commenting, oh, just put it in gold field mode, it'll hit it. Well, of course it'll hit it, right? I can't cycle through all the programs in my videos because I want to make them short, but I'm just going to explain to you the stark reality of the situation in parks, right? These gold chains right here are going to be in areas where there's lots of foil, lots of trash, right? And to dig these targets up, I'll show you what you have to dig out to find this stuff. You have to be going for the stuff. You have to be concentrating and focused on getting this stuff right here, the gold. If you're a coin shooter, you understand what I'm talking about. I can't tell you how many thousands of freaking pounds of foil I've dug up this. That's an exaggeration, but I can show you hours and hours, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of me digging out foil in the last 365 days. I dig every day, all day, and I must emphasize this. If you want to hit on hard targets like small bracelets and necklaces anywhere you go, you gotta dig every single beep. And if you, of course, if a machine has a gold program or a gold field program, it's gonna hit this stuff pretty good. But when would you actually use a gold program in a park setting? Because there's so much freaking foil. It's unreal how much foil is out there, where the stuff is hiding. Rings are super easy to find with any detector, man. You can take out a $150 metal detector out there and smack out gold rings if they're there, right? The gold bracelets and the necklaces, that small gold, those small little pendants, are very difficult to find. You are freaking lucky. You are lucky to find this small gold stuff if you're coin shooting or you're just going for relics. You know, in a relic dump, any gold that's in relic dumps, you're a very lucky person to find gold in relic dumps, right? Just a stark reality to it, right? Because you're not really set up for finding gold in relic dumps. You're mainly what you're going for in relic dumps is mid conductors and high conductors, mainly high conductors, right? In, you know, fairly thick iron. It's pretty much impossible to find gold bracelets or necklaces in relic dumps, but why are gold bracelets in relic dumps? You're not going for gold in relic dumps, right? You put gold field in it in a thick bed of iron, you're going to be digging up freaking iron all day long because gold programs bias iron, right? You're trying to get those low conductors, which is gold, those small gold nuggets. And if you try to use a gold field program in a park setting, you will probably hate metal detecting, right? You will probably hate metal detecting, right? Not a good idea to use a gold field program in a park atmosphere that has massive foil, just like the pitch tones. If you use pitch tones in a park that's loaded with foil, you're probably going to find some gold because you're digging up every freaking single non-ferrous, even the little teeny microscopic pieces of foil that your pinpointer cannot find. So there's practical uses for programs and settings and frequencies in parks. And I'm going to test these here. You know, the Deus 2 was not hitting this in a program that you'd be actually practically using in a park where you would find this stuff, right? Parks have gold necklaces like this, right? But to get gold necklaces like that, I'll show you, you're gonna have to dig up every single little teeny microscopic piece of foil, right? I'll try the Equinox first here. And I'll put it in Park 2, right? Because it favors the higher frequencies, right? And I'll raise my volume up here a little bit, just to 21. Right? And I'll probably jack my gain up here a little bit too. So here's this gold bracelet, 14 karat gold bracelet. Solid 1, right? Right? There's no way I can get this to read up any higher than 1, right? Just a solid 1. How many number 1s do you actually dig up when you're in a park? Unless you're going for gold, right? Unless you're going for that right there. And to get that right there, you have to dig up every piece of foil, right? 1, right? 1, right? This piece of foil, 1, right? This piece of foil, 6, right? This piece of foil, 7. This really thin piece of foil, 1. Right. This piece, another piece of thin foil, 1. Right. This little microscopic piece of foil, 1. Right? Doesn't matter if it's a non-ferrous in the ground right there, it's reading up the same number as that necklace right there, right? They're almost impossible to find unless you're going for them, unless you dig up every piece of foil out there. And in the park atmospheres, if you dig up every piece of foil, you are spinning your wheels, man, in the trashy spots. And that's where this stuff hides at, right? This is a half of a gold ring, a 14 karat gold ring. 1, 3 sounds really big, right? Those odd shaped pieces of gold are very difficult to find with any detector, right? Here's a small bent gold ring. 1, right? 1, right? Here's a small gold pendant, a spinner Jesus, right here. 5, right there. Here's a gold pendant right here. 5. See this piece of gold right there? This is a lot more gold right here, right? A lot more gold than that little spinner Jesus. They read up exactly the same number. Now let's go with the gold rings, right? This is how easy gold rings are to get, right? 6. That's a small gold ring, right? Reading up similar to those other pieces of foil there. Here's another gold ring here. Really thin gold ring here. 7, right? Here's a honking gold ring, right? Gold rings are easy to find, even if they're on their edge, right? Right. Zinc penny, right? You notch out zinc pennies, you're missing those honkers. Just a little tip there, right? 5, right? 5. Here's a very small gold ring here. 9, right? This, a lot bigger gold ring, right? Much bigger gold ring. 5, 9. The smaller gold ring reads up higher, right? Here's a medium-sized gold ring. 14, right? There's a very thin gold ring here. 6. And of course, Goldfield's gonna hit this high because Goldfield is a single tone operation, right? With most machines, gold is a single tone operation. So you're gonna hit on a lot of nails no matter what settings you have, right? You're gonna hit on a lot of nails and you're gonna have to dig out all the lower conductors, right? The Equinox in Goldfield program works really good in the tot lots after I've gotten done really hitting that tot lot big time, getting all this foil, all this big foil and all the coins and jewelry and rings out. You know, rings are easy to hit on, right? And now I'll just cycle over to I'll go in the Park 1 here, right? Try to hit this half of a gold ring here, right? Barely hitting it, right? It's frequencies, right? Frequencies have a lot to do with the depth that you're going to find these targets at, right? Now watch this necklace here. Barely hitting it, right? Barely hitting it. If I get 2 inches away from it, not going to hit that target there, right? I'll go to Goldfield here. Of course, it's going to hit the gold. You know, any machine that you put in gold program, it's going to smack the crap out of any size of gold. But it's going to hit on this foil just as good too. This little foil here, this little bit of foil, right? Hits on it hardcore, man, hardcore, right? Hardcore, man. The rings, 1, right? Right. Let's go in this hot program here, right? $14 kilohertz stock hot program. Watch the foil. It's not hitting it very good, right? I use 14 kilohertz for hitting on coins and jewelry and rings, right? It bypasses this foil because there's so much foil, right? Not hitting it very good because it's so small, right? 40, it's reading in the 20s, 30, it's reading at 34, right? 20s and 30s, really jumpy tone there. Here's this bigger piece of foil here. 40. 42. 32, right? Another piece of foil here. 32. Watch this gold necklace. 29. Right? Small gold ring. 33. Big pendant here. 38. There's a small gold pendant. Nice and tight tone. 39. Right. Here's this half a gold ring here. Lower frequencies just ain't gonna do it, right? Once you get about an inch away from the coil there, it's just not gonna hit it, right? Rings, super easy to hit, man. In the 30s, right? 30s, 38, 61, right? This big old honker, 73, right? Gold rings are easy to hit on, man. The bigger gold rings. These smaller ones, you know, 44. But watch what happens when I just change my frequencies, right? I'm just gonna change my frequencies up to 70, 44 kilohertz. And I'll show you, right? You have to dig up so much freaking foil to get gold bracelets and that small gold. You really have to be shooting for it, right? You have to dial your detector in and dig up every single target you find. This one was reading up 44 when I was in 14 kilohertz. Now watch how far I can hit on this ring, this very small ring. Look at how much further away I can hit on it. Way out here, it's reading at 75 now. See, look at this. And listen to this bracelet, or this necklace. All right. It's reading at 38. All right. Now it's 38. Go to some foil here. 71. 49. 51. 73. This small thin foil here. 48. 45. This is some thin foil, right? This small little piece of foil right here. Watch. 40. And I'll sweep this gold necklace over it. 40, right? This gold necklace. 33, 35, 59, 36, 35. Now watch this little piece of foil here, right? This is the stark reality of it, right? 36, right? 40, right? Gold ring, right? 93, 93, right? This half of a gold ring here. It's giving me a lot higher tones, so I can pinpoint a lot easier when I'm in the higher frequencies on the Deus 1 with this HF elliptical coil. But I still have to dig all this foil here. But what it's doing is, at the higher frequencies, I can hit on these targets more at depth, right? It's not about the tones, it's about the depth with the frequency, right? And I can pinpoint targets a lot better when I'm in higher, the lower conductor, the lower